sure you're there. Make sure you have flowers for her. You text her at 12:01 a.m. Be the first to tell her how much you love her, how much you appreciate her. Happy birthday. 40 is the new 30. Do we need to go on, or is that enough for you?
That's good. That's
tangible.
tangible.
You'll be able to hang with that?
The other three triangles hasn't just given me vagaries. You gave me tangible
specifics, man. Specifics.
Thank you.
Dabo, this is year 10. Your 10th anniversary.
Yes.
How different is the feel on that side of the camera with the mics now compared to, let's say, year 1 and
Different just because obviously I've done it a lot more, and I know more people, so a lot more experience to draw on, and some of the questions I probably got 10 years ago I don't get anymore because we've got a track record, we got something we can kind of hang our hat on, but it's great. It's always crazy that I saw Coach Mountain on him earlier today. This is my 16th year at Clemson, my 10th. And it's crazy to think how.
Considering where you were 10 years ago and where Clemson was, what's your reaction to where the ACC is at, and specifically your program, where everybody's trying to catch up with you?
The ACC as a whole, where we were 10 years ago, is just a different hemisphere. And those of you who covered this league, y'all know that. I mean, we didn't have a lot to hang our hat on back 10 years ago. We hadn't done well out of conference, and hadn't done well in bowl games, et cetera. But boy, has that changed over the last 6-7 years. We've become an incredibly deep, talented, and consistent league. 21 bowl teams just in the last 2 years. It's a deep league, very competitive, and then we've done very, very well outside of conference. We've produced a ton of tremendous academic accolades. We've had all kind of national award winners. We're right there at the top in draft picks, and obviously we've had national championships, and playoffs, and bowl wins, and big time head-to-head matchups. So I think that has, and we've done it consistently. So I think that's changed the narrative over the last several years.
But specifically with you guys, did you ever envision that the ACC and specifically Clemson would be in this place where the rest of the league's trying to catch up with you guys, and this way it is?
Well, I didn't sit back and say, well, boy, Clemson, we're going to go out there and everybody's going to try to catch us. But I definitely envision Clemson, being one of the best programs in the country. And I envision this league growing and becoming one of the most dominant programs or leagues in the country. So I definitely had a vision for that from day one. There's no question about that. So it's great. You're going into year 10 to see where we are as a program and also as a league.
Because of where you are as a program, how do you get your players to continue to play with the same kind of looseness and fun and fire that they had back when they were the Hunter? Is just close now when everyone's facing pressure, everyone's picking them to win the league, and you go back to CFP? How do you kind of keep the players
we're just very consistent in how we run our program as far as our offseason, how we start over every year. We don't assume anything. You get what you earn. How we get ready, what we do in the summer. Our daily focus. We have a very systematic approach as far as how we game plan every single week. It doesn't change who we play. We don't really talk much about the opponents. And for us, we say it's all about Clemson all the time. We play Clemson 20 times. And so, and then how we practice. And what we practice against. If you don't have the right mindset on our practice field, it's going to be a long day for you. Because they're really good players. And then recruiting at a high level, developing our players on and off the field. And then more importantly for me, staying focused on why I coach and what the why of our program is, and make sure everybody understands that about it.
The quality of the guys you have. Is this a faster defense than it was 5 years ago? In part because of that quality. Do you ever maybe look back and think back?
I can't just say faster than 5 years ago. We've been pretty good on defense. We've been very consistent. But on paper, today on paper, last year on paper we were picked third to win the division, third in our division. Because on paper we didn't look like we were going to be very good on offense, but we won the division and we won the league, and so that's just proof that you don't play the game on paper. And this year on paper, it looks like we got a chance to be pretty good, and it looks like we got a chance to have a pretty good defense. But you got to put the work in. And you still got to go earn it. You still got to go play the games. You got to have the commitment, the togetherness, the chemistry, the morale, the selflessness, all those things that it takes. And I definitely feel like we're a team that has the potential to compete for this league. That's really all it is right now. I mean, we gotta go make progress.
Other than the obvious talent on the field, what are some of the main attributes that are made Venom's in his job? And he's even put out some tremendous defenses. He's one of the guys who got a lot of losses to the NFL.
Oh yeah, well he's passionate about what he does. I mean, I think anything, if you show me a person who's very, very passionate about what they do, they're usually going to be pretty good at it. So that's where it starts. He loves what he does. He loves where he does his job. He's very passionate about Clemson. His family has gotten very invested and ingrained in the community here. His son is coming to play for us. And he loves the area that he lives in, where he gets to do the job. So, he's very detailed, very detailed. He loves to prepare, loves to get the defense ready. He loves the interaction with his players. He loves to coach backers, and he's got a ton of energy. He brings every single day. He's very consistent. And he brings a mentality for those guys that you want to have, and that you got to show up ready for practice because he is. And so that brings a great sense of urgency to that side of the ball. He's a great compliment to me, and we have a great relationship, and I'm really happy for him and his family that he's got the opportunity to have.
Coach carried the ball or had double-digit carries in only 2 games. How big of a focus is it for your offense to get him going and get him into that double-digit carry ball?
We won't. That's not a focus. It's not going to be a one-back offense. I don't think. It could happen. Somebody could get hurt or whatever. I think for us, there might be some games where he has double-digit carries. We're not going into the game. We got to get Travis double-digit carries. We're going to the game to win a game, and I'm counting on when Travis is in there, him playing at a high level, and there being when Feaster's in there, he's playing at a high level. When Choice is in there, he's playing at a high level. I think the combination of those three guys and the experience that they now have, and the maturity that they have, and the skill set that they have, I think is going to allow us to have an incredibly special group of backs. So I don't see it as one guy. I see it as 3 really talented players that will all have their day. I don't have any doubt somebody's going to be hot, and that's a good thing.
Coach, you have the luxury of some pretty good talent at quarterback. I guess that comes with being number 1 in the country for a long time. How do you view your quarterback situation right now with the talent that you have? Who's going to be your starter? And when will you make that decision?
Yeah, well, you said it. We have very good talent there. We have 3 guys that I believe, without a doubt, if y'all just on the phone and boom, it's pointing to that guy like you do on the golf course, you throw the tee up, say who's your partner going to be. If whoever it pointed to, I could say, let's go win. Because I really believe we could win with those all 3 of them. Haven't always had a situation like that, but I really truly believe in those guys. So that's a great spot to be in. Where we are right now today, Kelly will go into camp. He's earned that. I haven't given Kelly anything. Streeter hadn't given Kelly anything. Kelly's earned that, and he earned it this spring. But the gap going into spring closed. And you give credit to Chase and you give credit to Trevor for that. So last year when we went into fall camp, it was very close, and I thought it might stay close and we might have to play over into the games, but Kelly separated. It wasn't close. he separated, and to the point like, okay, this is our guy, let's go, and he earned that. So it's the same thing, you know. You got to go into the camp and you let them compete just like every other position, and if somebody separates, great. If not, if it's close, then you got to go to the games, and that's all we got in college football. We don't have preseason games. It'd be great if we had some preseason games where we could roll them out there and kind of get them some live action and see what happens, see if anybody separates. But we don't get that luxury. So, if Kelly separates, if somebody passes him up, we'll let you know. I don't have a timeline for that. If it's close, we'll let you know that too, and we'll go from there.
Cleveland said in there that you hate magazine stuff, you hate all the stuff printed about you. Does it scare you a little bit that Trevor reads how good he is and how he could be the next Deshaun and everything like that?
No, I'm not worried about Trevor because he's one of the most low maintenance guys. I know he looks like Fabio and he looks like a lot of drama and all that stuff, but he's no drama. He's one of the easiest kids you'll ever be around ever. He was that way in recruiting. You know, he committed to me December of his junior year and never asked me about another quarterback. I mean, we had Kelly, we had Hunter, we had Chase, we had all. He never said a word. He said, "That's what I want to do, Coach." It was over. Done. You know, he's not a guy. 3 weeks later, he's talking to this coach and going to visit this school. You know, he's very focused and he's been this kid's had a lot of attention on him for a long time, and so I think he's well prepared for kind of all the drama that comes with being the quarterback at Clemson, as is Kelly. Kelly is this guy's seen and heard it all. So but all he's done is find a way to win. He's done that his whole life.
Does the redshirt rule influence how you'll handle Trevor?
The red shirt rule?
Yeah, the new one.
No.
Coach, every game in this league's tough. I know you don't concern yourself a whole lot with when and who you play. But when you looked at the schedule, saw no Thursday night games, no Friday night games, are you happy about that?
I was. I'm not even going to lie to you because, we've had one, it seems like every year it seems like forever. One year we had a Thursday night, a really short week. I played on Saturday and played again on Thursday. Well, that's tough. So we'll enjoy it this year because I'm sure we'll be right back in that line next year. So we just, I guess, worked out schedule-wise that we kind of got a reprieve this year from that part of the contractual obligation.
Hey, Gavin. See Jimbo across the other way this year.
Yeah, I can't shake him. I cannot shake him. So.
Do you think Garrett Williams being back this year will help Richards?
Oh yeah, no doubt. Garrett's going to help out our offense. He's going to help out everybody. He brings a sense of urgency and a toughness that's hard to coach. And he's one of those guys that had a great spring. And everybody knows what he can do physically, but being able to actually hold, because we almost played him last year, and we kind of sat down and said, you know what, the best thing for us right now is we probably got to get you out there, but probably the best thing for you is let's hold you and kind of let you. Man, he worked, took advantage of that time, and he really had a great spring catching the ball, running routes, and being a factor in the passing game. That was an area that he needed to improve in, and it was a drastic notice as far as his improvement and his confidence. So. But yeah, he's just another veteran leader. Those guys are friends, and he'll definitely help out in our offense.
Hey, Coach, how do you manage some of the big personalities on your defensive line? They're not only talented, but these guys are characters at times, and you just enjoy watching them work, and sometimes you have to reel them in just in case they have these big, shining personalities on the practice field.
Yeah, well, that's why they call us coach. That's why we do it. And, just experience. I've been around, not my first rodeo, been around a lot of high-profile, dynamic personalities in my time. So the biggest thing is just I have a relationship with those guys, and you know them. And from time to time, I say, hey, let's go. And it's really all you got to say to those guys. Those guys are they like to have fun off the field, but really they're so easy on the field. motivated and relentless, and they know that everybody's paying attention to them as far as those young guys, and they care about that, and they want to set a good example.
Hey, Dabo, talk about what do you guys have to work on the offense and the defense this year? What is one thing that you like to see better from last year for this year?
Well, offensively, we want to do a better job of protecting our quarterback. We did a great job the year before, and then last year we took too many sacks. And I say that, and it wasn't everybody going with offensive line. No, offensive line didn't give up a whole lot of sacks, but we had a couple of position groups that kind of let us down. And Kelly took a few too many sacks. So that's an area that we need to improve. So just the negative yardage, sacks, and some of the tackles for loss. We did a nice job of taking care of the ball last year. We improved in that area. I'd love to see us get back to being a little more consistent with some of our explosive plays. And I think just a combination of where we were last year, personnel-wise and maturity-wise, experience-wise. A lot of starting over last year. So those are things that I would like to see. And then defensively, one, I'd like to see us continue where we've been. We became one of the best teams in the country last year at not giving up big plays. And I'd like to see us continue that for sure. And then just shore up our depth on that side of the ball in the secondary. We got a few guys. We got the pieces. We got to get some of the guys in the right spot to make sure that we've got the depth set up like we need it for the long haul of the season.
How has Kelly handled the competition?
If you've got the time, we've got the beer, Miller beer. Miller tastes too good to hurry through, but when it's time to relax, Miller stands clear, beer after beer. If you've got the time, you've got the time, we've got the beer, Miller